Hey everybody, I should be live. Hello, hello. Hey, alright, we are live. Welcome everybody. Oh wait, I gotta pull my mic closer so you can actually not have this horrible echo. Hey! So as you'll notice, I don't have the fancy overlay yet. But I will have that pretty soon. Steve's gonna go through all that with me and get me set up on all of our fancy overlay stuff and get me up to speed on that. But for now, we just got the game footage and we got the camera footage. And yeah, welcome to our Klonoa Phantasy Reverie Series launch stream. Those of you who've been following our work and my work for any length of time know how much I love Klonoa. I have loved this character in this series for so long, ever since I played the original game back on PS1 and the sequel on PS2, and this is just such a special series to me, and I'm so glad he has finally returned for a brand new audience all these years later. These are such great games, and I'm so happy to share them with you. As Magebone says, it's apparently been a top seller on Steam. Yeah, apparently this morning, Klonoa was outselling Elden Ring on the Steam top sellers chart, which is amazing. Please keep buying Klonoa, everybody, because we might actually get a Klonoa 3 if this continues. So, yeah, and as Ario64 says, yeah, Derek also loves Klonoa. And he's tied up today with other stuff, and, he knew I really wanted to do this myself as well, so... I'm taking the reins for this stream. And, yeah, let's get going. Hang on here. Okay. Let's... 1 second here. Oh, that's weird. That's strange. Oh, there we go. Okay. One second. Okay, there we go. I was having some controller issues there, but we are good to go now. So, let's go ahead and start a new game. And I'll, of course, start a proper new game here. One thing that I want to do before we start, though. 1 second. Nope. Sorry, 1 second, everybody. Is it a bit quiet, Mage Bones? Okay. The game or my voice? Just let me know. The game's a little loud or a little quiet. Okay, 1 second. I can fix that right now. Okay, there it is. I just turned it up a little bit. So one thing that's really cool about the Phantasy Reverie series is that there are accessibility features. There are new difficulty options, such that the game could... I mean, it's already not a super hard game, but if you don't consider yourself very good at 2D games, you can make it even easier. You can... easy mode here changes Klonoa's hearts from 3 to 5. He only takes 1/3 of a heart per hit of damage, and he has infinite lives, and his wind bullets fly further than the original. So, I'm always a big fan of accessibility features like that. I think games should be playable by as wide a range of people as possible, and I love that they added this, and clearly there's going to be an option for a hard mode, probably after the game is beaten. But for now, I'm just going to go with normal, but I'm also going to message Steve really quick about a question I have. And or Brandon. Oh, Brandon's saying I probably cranked the game audio a bit too much. Okay, we're gonna knock that down a bit then. Thank you for that, Brandon. Just 1 second, everybody. I'm not super good at OBS yet, so I need a little bit of help with one thing. Okay. Set the audio to monitor and output. Ah. There we go. Thank you. So the question I had for Brandon was, how do I hear the music through OBS without hearing my voice? And I got that. Thank you, Brandon. That was very helpful. Gonna knock this down a little bit more. Okay. We are ready to go. And you can also fast forward through the cutscenes in kind of a neat way. You can skip cutscenes if you want entirely, but why would you do that? Who skips cutscenes? So you can actually just hold R1 to speed up the cutscenes if you don't want to watch them at regular speed, but you still want to get the story. Firecraft 64, I assume it's possible to unlock harder difficulties. I don't know that for sure, but it seems like it would make sense. There was clear space for another mode down there. I'm pretty sure you can. And thank you again for that help, Brandon. I can now hear the game. I can't imagine playing Klonoa without being able to hear the music. It's got such great soundtracks. So this is the opening cutscene for Klonoa 1. Hey, Lonely Goomba's in chat. Hey there, Lonely Goomba. Thank you for confirming that there is a hard mode. And there's the boy himself. My boy, Klonoa's finally back. He's finally made his grand return to gaming. It's been way too long. These games are so wonderfully special. And if you like platformers, especially 2.5D platformers, you have to play these. They're obviously very bright and cute and colorful, but they have a genuine emotional undercurrent to them. They get surprisingly dark. Klonoa 1's ending, especially. I wouldn't dare spoil anything, but if this is your first time playing these games, prepare for the feels. That's all I'll say, is prepare for feels. And there is Klonoa's best friend, Hupo, who is just as cute as Klonoa himself. I just love these characters so much. The character designs in these games are just absolutely top-notch. And from what I understand, these have been rebuilt from the ground up. This is not based on, at least Klonoa 1 is not based on the divisive Wii remake that came out. It actually came with a coupon for a fish taco from WAHOO's Fish Taco, which I thought was really cute. But the remake itself made a lot of creative changes and a lot of tonal changes that didn't quite sit right with a lot of fans, including myself. It's still a good remake, but it wasn't nearly as good as the original. And this remake in the Phantasy Reverie Series is based on the original PS1 game, which is so important. Hey, Shellshock Prime's here. Says he plans to get Klonoa. Good. Thank you. Please support this game, everybody. If you like what you're seeing, please buy this game so we may one day get an actual Klonoa 3 from Bandai Namco. I have to assume that they're paying attention. I mean, it's doing so well, at least based on the Steam sales. I love the voices. Alright, Vision 1-1, the beginnings of Gale. Breeze Gale, the Wind Village. And there's a support mode now, too. Which is kind of fun. You can play it. The second player can play as Hupo and strengthen Klonoa's jumps. And Dreamstones are just like coins in Mario. So the main conceit of Klonoa here is that he uses his Wind Ring, this thing, Wind Bullets, I should say, to inflate enemies and use them as bounce pads, essentially. Like, use them to jump higher. And as I mentioned before, this is a 2.5D game, so you'll be interacting with background elements like this egg here. So you'll have to be, you know, paying attention to both the background and the foreground as well. And these games really make creative use of that as well. These are some of the pioneering 2.5D platformers, I feel. And there are 6 of those little collectibles in each stage, and I believe that collecting all of them unlocks, if I remember correctly, it's been a while, but I think it unlocks a rather difficult time trial stage that's meant to kind of be a test of your skills in an otherwise relatively easy game. These games definitely get a little tricky toward the end, for sure, but they're not punishing, in my opinion, by any means. Oops. There we go. I love Klonoa's voice. God, they really, the visuals, they did a great job with the visuals. So Klonoa does have a flutter jump that slows down his horizontal movement speed in the air, but gives him a little bit more air time, of course. And for those of you wondering, I am playing on PS4 Pro, but as I understand it, there is not any... there are no enhancements for PS4 Pro over PS4. Same thing with Xbox One X over Xbox One S, I believe. So, yeah, so I might as well be playing on a base PS4. I decided to play on my PS4 versus Switch just because, based on the Switch demo, the performance isn't great. I don't know if there's been a day one patch yet to fix the performance. If there is, great. But I didn't want to take that chance. I wanted to show off these games in the best possible light because I love them so much, and I wouldn't want to scare anyone off, you know, with a version that, at least based on the demo, doesn't perform all that well. Yo, Antdude's here. Hey, man. Antdude says everyone needs to buy Klonoa at least once, maybe twice. Completely agree. And we have a super chat. Thank you very much. Oh, it's from Antdude. Antdude super chat, $5. Big WAHOO in the chat. Thank you, man. So we're learning about the diva right now. Fleckled, the demo wasn't that bad. I agree. It's not like it's unplayable. I don't want to give you that impression. If the only platform you have is Switch, I still think these, you know, the demo's fine, but it just isn't the best version of the game. I don't think you'll regret it, Lonely Goomba. I just think that, you know, if you have a choice, I would get it on a more powerful system, only because, even though it looks fine on Switch, there were some performance hitches, so, yeah. Hey, Steve's here! How's it going, man? To be fair, though, Ant and everybody else, I'm a little sensitive to frame rate issues, so it may not be something that everyone will notice. I am particularly sensitive to stuff like that, so yeah. Okay. One second. Okay. Moon Rhoda in our live audience chat. Yes, I do have a PS5, but it is in my living room. And, okay, so Crossroads. Often stages will have multiple paths, and the upward path may have extra items, so you know we're taking the upper path. Sorry, I'm dealing with a little bit of lag on my end. I don't have my second monitor set up yet, so I'm playing through the OBS feed, and there's just a ever so slight bit of lag, but it's not that bad. But yeah, I am particularly sensitive to frame rate issues, so, you know, your mileage may vary there with the Switch version. It may not bother you if you don't tend to notice that kind of stuff. And I'm really impressed by how good this remake looks so far. It's so vibrant. And as I said before, it is so important that this is based on the original PS1 version and not the Wii remake. Moon Rhoda, yes, it does have a little haptic feedback on every platform, I believe. You know, it's weird. It definitely does on Switch, and it did on PS5 when I played it yesterday, but I'm not feeling it on PS4 right now, so I don't know why that would be. It's interesting. Huh. But it definitely does have haptics on PS5. But yeah, so to answer your question from before, I do have a PS5, but it's in my living room, and I just... Y'all know how, you know, like, obnoxious it is to move game consoles, and that the PS5 is a chunky thing. It's a chonker, so I didn't want to move it into the office just for this stream. And I had my PS4 Pro right here, so I'm like, I'll just use that instead. Azure Prominence. Hi, Ash. Glad you're demonstrating how awesome Klonoa is. Hell yeah. Thank you, Azure Prominence. Of course, Daniel's here mentioning the Klonoa references in the Tales of series. I love it. Also, we got another super chat from Hoodio. Thank you, Hoodio. $2. Loving these games. Wahoo! Hashtag Klonoa Sweep. Thank you, Hoodio. And yes, as I said, so if you can unlock an extra vision by getting all the Phantomillions in each stage, which are those little six little dancing guys down there. And you can go for perfect completion of the jewels as well, but I don't remember if that gets you anything. All right, Vision 1, 2, the Diva and the Dark Spirit. Let's go. But yeah, so as I was saying before, don't let how, you know, cute and colorful and vibrant these games are fool you. They get... Oh, I can't do that yet. They get quite dark. And, yeah. In a good way, though. Like not in an edgy, silly, you know, unearned way. Like, they're genuinely emotionally effective games that are just a little darker than you might expect. Ah, crap. And in my personal opinion, I mean, both games are basically as good as one another. Like, it's really hard to go wrong with either game. Oh, I can't go that. My bad. Oops. It's, you know, you can't go wrong with either game. They're both amazing games, but I would say Klonoa 2 is maybe even a little better than 1, although that's a very contested opinion. Some people prefer 1, but they're both great. So with shield moves, of course, you want to hit him from behind. Just like that. I'm still surprised by the haptics thing, because they're definitely there on PS5 and Switch. Weird. Maybe I have my DualShock 4's haptics turned off for some reason? I don't know. Oh, watch out. Did I forget something back here? I think I may have. Is there anything down there? Can't remember. Lonely Goomba says they like 1 more if only because the story's more impactful. See, I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like the story is equally impactful in both. I mean, there is the one thing that happens in Klonoa 1 that is, like, really intense. So maybe 1 does edge it out in that sense, but I still think 2 has a deeply impactful story. And those clocks are, of course, checkpoints. Okay, I just got a little haptics here with the wind, with the little wind booster thing. So, yeah, okay, my haptics are working. I thought I remember there being more haptics when I played on PS5 last night, but maybe I was really tired. It was like 2 in the morning, so I might be making that up. Don't quote me on that. Forgot I want to go up for extra items, not down. So yeah, as I said, the series, these games really do lots of really cool things with perspective. Nice. And I haven't heard any complaints, but if you know, there are any issues with the sound levels, of course, please let me know, and I will be happy to tweak them. I love how cute even the enemies are. Ah! I think I want to go this way instead. Yeah, there we go. I think I missed something in the last screen. That's okay, though. Yeah, Antu says the GBA games are good. They are good. They're not as good, but they are good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely missed one of the Phantomillions in this stage, but that's alright. Can't show you how to do everything, right? You know, I never played Klonoa Volleyball. Is it good? Ah. Mania! Oops. But yeah, some of the end-game time attack stages that you can unlock get really tricky. Like, they require you to, like, string together multiple jumps, inflating multiple enemies. Like, yeah, string together multiple actions in one go, and it can get pretty intense later on. Chill. Not that I didn't need all those hearts, but whatever. Joe N says, "Where's that damn fourth Phantomillion?" You know, Fleckled, I don't know why he looks different in 1 and 2. Like, it's mainly his eyes. He's taller in 2, and his eyes, his sclerae are white instead of yellow. And I don't know why. Personally, I prefer his Klonoa 2 design more. I think his yellow eyes are just a little bit off for me. I don't know, I don't quite like his yellow eyes as much as his white eyes. So this is the, you know, obviously a main villain of the first game, Ghadius. Well, Ghadius and Joka are up to no good here. And they are trying to stop the diva here, Mephise, or Lephise, excuse me, from singing the Song of Rebirth. Ghadius is genuinely such a creepy design to me. That face, man. Ugh. Kind of reminds me of Wiseman from Knights. Azure Prominence. Yes, I do have a favorite music track from this game, and it is the same as yours, Untamed Heart. What a song. Especially for where it plays in the game and what's happening in the story, it's perfect. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Slider Gamer 55 says, Joka be like, why so Ghadius? I love that. Why so Ghadius? Ghadius's voice is creepy too, man. It reminds me so much of Wiseman from Knights. What a creeper. Top Dog, I want Klonoa and Smash as well. That was, you know, not that I could never complain. I got all of my, you know, dream characters that I thought were even remotely possible. But if we could ever get Klonoa, oh my god, I'd be so happy. But, you know, I figured there was... Sora, I figured there was at least a chance And I always knew there was a chance for Mega Man, but Klonoa, you know, unfortunately just never really got the appreciation and sales he deserved, you know, back in the PS1 and PS2 days. This series has been underappreciated for so long, and I'm really hoping these re-releases turn that around, because Klonoa deserves so much better. There are no other games quite like this out there. Mr. Kalaif, yes, Klonoa 2's music is god tier. All right. First boss time, Rongo Lango got to aim for his rear, which I feel like is going to be taken out of context. Oops. Aim for the open spot. All right, jump over me again. Come on. Oh, I thought he was gonna. Ah, keep screwing up. Ah, crap. Jump over me already. There we go. That's what I want. And jump over me again. There we go. Oh, missed. Ah, don't turn around. Ah, come on. Oh, jeez. There we go. Alright. I made that look way harder than it actually is. Stream curse. Oh, Cheater Cobra. Good idea. Try out the pixelated filter. Yeah, I should try that. Can I do that without backing out to the title screen? I think I can. GameFan 6219. Hey, Ash. Well, hello, GameFan. Oh, Jacob, really sorry about that. Yeah, I did say I was going to stream on our Twitch in the Discord announcements, but right before the stream, we decided that because it's Klonoa's launch day, that this stream might actually get, you know, some eyes on it on YouTube, and so we decided to do YouTube instead. Really sorry, I should have updated you guys. Sorry about that. If one of my GVG compatriots listening wants to make an announcement anywhere in the Discord that I am in fact streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch, go right ahead, because I did forget to do that. Sorry about that. Okay, I can access the menu on the results screen. Okay. So here we've got Klonoa talking with his grandpa about the Moon Kingdom, which may or may not exist. We don't know. Oh, GameFan, I agree. Yeah, Klonoa's design from 2 does look very Tails-ish. You're right. Yes, Ant Dude. Preaching that Klonoa gospel. Yes. Telling everyone about the demo. Yeah, even if you're not sold yet, which I hope you're sold by the end of the stream, try the demo. You got nothing to lose. I definitely missed some Phantom Millions in that stage, but that's okay. Okay, let's check out this pixel filter. I am curious about that as well. Alright, so we're turning on the PS1-esque pixel filter, which I'm already liking. This is already pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Oh wow, this is wild. Alright, this doesn't quite look like a PS1 game, but the map screen did with the pixel filter. I just love the overall look and just vibe of these games. I love the colors, just the overall aesthetic. They're just such beautiful games. But yeah, this pixel filter's interesting. I don't think I'd play through the whole game with it, but it's definitely like a cool, you know, extra. Okay, you know what? There we go. Like I said, I am dealing with a little bit of lag here, so please bear with me. I appreciate you. Oh, I couldn't even see that. That's wild. I couldn't even see that platform with the pixel filter on. Oh, okay. That's what I was missing. Yeah, I will say the pixel filter does seem to mess with visibility a little bit. And that I'm not a fan of. But maybe that's just me and how I'm playing. Like I said, I am playing through the feed in OBS. And not on a whole separate monitor, so that probably has something to do with it. Oops. Oops. Leaves. These platforms sway in the wind. Well, thank you for that. Let this guy charge at me. Whoop. Chill. There we go. I do love that the basic Mook enemies are called Moos. I always like that. I definitely did not use that properly, but that's okay. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm having a bit of a hard time parsing, like, the available platforms and such with this pixel filter. It's a little bit tough. Oh no, I guess I didn't mess that up, okay. Nice. Alright, let's keep going. There's probably a... Ah! Oh, I thought there might be an invisible egg there. Clearly not. Yeah, I'll probably turn the pixel filter back off after this stage. Alright, I need to get a key. Ah! There we go. Ah, crap. Fortunately, I just hit that checkpoint, though. Oh, that's a good point, Hoodio. Some of the late areas in both games do give me Kingdom Hearts vibes, for sure. I agree. Yeah. Let's see. So I can't remember where the key is. But I was not supposed to know where the key is. Who are you? I love the voices. What do you do? Mario's Odyssey, cute. Is this PS1 filter or native Switch res? Yeah, don't worry, Lonely Goomba. I am going to turn the filter off after this stage. I think it looks better close up. So 1 key per door. These games are so wholesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that. Anime Gamer 75, welcome. I am playing on PS4. PS4 Pro, but there are no enhancements for Pro, so I'm playing on PS4. Right now I'm playing with the pixel filter on. It's kind of an extra feature that makes it look somewhat like a PS1 game, kind of. Not exactly, though. It's just kind of a cool little extra. I'm going to turn it off, though, after this stage. Ah! Try to get these eggs here. There we go, got one of them. Nice. Can I do the... Oh, I think I can turn the filter off now. Never mind. For some reason, I thought I could only do it from the settings or the results menu, but that is not the case. All right. There we go. Okay, yeah. This is a much better way to play the game. It's so much more easily readable visually. Like I said, cool extra, maybe good for a replay, but not how I would choose to play the game the first time at all. Lonely Goomba, you can mention what hard mode is like. I'll get there eventually myself when I, play the game in my own time. But yeah, go ahead and tell. For anybody who's curious, go ahead and tell them. Be my guest. Nice. I think I missed one again, but that's okay. Oh no, I missed a jump. Oops. I should have just went and gotten an enemy, but I don't know why I didn't do that. Okay. I was rushing. I shouldn't have rushed. Oh, maybe I didn't miss one, actually. Nice. Okay, these guys need to chill. Chill. I got them all. Nice. Okay. So those things double the gems you get. The Dream Stones, I think they're called. Ah, I screwed that up. Oh, they're not going to give me a chance? Okay. Alright, should be near the end, I think. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Welcome, Real Jacob 98. Thank you very much. Watched the intro to the stream. I'm new to the series, but it looks cool. Glad you love it. Didn't know it was as old as the PS1 days, too. Yeah, well, this is originally a PS1 game, and the sequel, Klonoa 2, Lunatea's Veil, was originally a PS2 game. Lonely Goomba. I might be deceptively hard. I'm not sure. Wow. Okay. This isn't a post-show. Wow, Lonely Goomba. I thought this was a regular stream, not a GVG cast post show, man. These voices are so good. I love this series so much, you guys. It's just so singular. Like I said, there's nothing else out there quite like it. Wataniac asks if I had to rank Klonoa up against another platformer, what would you say it's closest to in terms of overall quality? I mean, I don't know that I'd really rank it. Like, I don't know. They're very unique in their own... I feel like you can really only rank it against other 2.5D games. I feel like ranking them against straight-up 2D platformers like Sonic and Mega Man is a bit of a... I don't know, like, the mechanics are so different in Klonoa that I feel like it's not quite a straight comparison. Yeah, Hoodio, yeah, Kirby. I guess Kirby is a pretty good comparison. Yeah, you know what? I would say Kirby 64 is a good comparison. I would say it compares to that pretty favorably, because Kirby 64 is another, you know, great 2.5D platformer. I would probably rank this game higher than it, though. I think Klonoa 1 and 2 are collectively... I like Kirby 64 a lot, don't get me wrong. But if I had to pick Kirby 64 or Klonoa 1 and 2, and thankfully I don't, I'd probably pick Klonoa 1 and 2. Just in terms of pure game quality, like, again, Kirby 64 is great, but I don't love how slow Kirby is in that game. And movement can feel a little awkward, whereas that's not the case in this game. And I also really like the enemy inflating mechanic, like using enemies as bounce pads, essentially. So that's not something you see every day, a backwards flowing waterfall. By the way, there are 160 of you watching right now. Thank you so much. I should probably make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Did I miss any super chats? Don't think so. One second, everybody. I'm just gonna bring up the super chat log to make sure I didn't miss any. Give me 1 second. Right, for now, you can check out Klonoa's idle animations. Yeah, I don't want any super chats going unread. Okay, I haven't missed any. Didn't think so, but just wanted to make sure. Okay, back to it. So I think probably I'm going to go for about 2 hours, and I don't want to, you know, these aren't the longest games, so I don't want to show off too much of them. So I'll probably play Klonoa 1 until 5 or 6 o'clock, which is about 15 more minutes, and then I'll switch to Klonoa 2. Because I'd rather only show off, you know, the beginning portions of both games. These games are so special and unique that I don't want to ruin the experience for anybody who hasn't, you know, played the games, know what happened to the stories. Alright, shoot your things, shoot your spines. Come on. Man, I can't wait to play this later on my PS5 and like on my big screen TV. This game's gonna look so amazing. I played like 5 minutes last night at 2 in the morning before I fell asleep because I was just so tired. But I can't wait to soak in these just beautiful visuals on my TV. Oh man. There we go. So make sure I'm keeping up with live audience chat as well. Speaking of live audience chat, you can't see it on screen right now because I don't have the overlay yet. But we do have a very cool feature of our Patreon at the $5 Patreon tier, where you can hang out with us live as we stream, do GVG casts, react to, you know, presentations, and you can just hang out with our amazing community, the best damn community on the internet, by the way. We gotta trademark that sometime. And yeah, if you want to find out more about that, head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/gvgaming. We offer a bunch of different tiers that you can support us at if you'd like. One of our most popular, aside from live audience, is the Fight a Founder tier, where you can play a game of your choice with any GVG founder of your choice. Myself, John, Steve, or Derek, every month. It's a lot of fun. Been playing a lot of Smash with our patrons, and that's always a good time. God, look at these. This kind of reminds me of Magicant, you know? Magicant from Earthbound? Well, more specifically from Earthbound Beginnings in this case, but yeah, like the pink twisty house things remind me so much of Magicant from the Mother series. This game's design aesthetic is just so inspired. The world designs, the stages. It's just such a unique looking series. Even though it's not a 2D platformer of sorts, I would say that this game aesthetically, we were talking about comparisons to Kirby 64, and there's definitely that comparison, but I would also say that it reminds me just aesthetically of Knights. I get heavy Knights vibes from Klonoa. The real Jacob98 asks if I was playing online before the stream. Or offline before the stream. No, not today. I've been working all day. I was playing last night, though. A little bit. Let's see. Is there anything over here? Yeah. Watch out. Ah, crap. Well, I can still get it. Sonic who says, I like his lips. It's not something I ever thought about, but sure. Oh, I think my chat froze. Hang on. I'm looking at old chat. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now I'm back. Oh no, I gotta go that way. Sorry for the slightly awkward play. Like I said, I'm before, if you're just now joining us, I'm dealing with a little lag here. So it's making things a little bit more difficult than it would otherwise be. Knights 3 does need to happen, Sega Spice. Also, I like that name. Well, watch out. So as you've probably noticed by now, some stages are short, or on the shorter side, but some are on the longer side, like this one. This is a pretty lengthy stage. All told, though, these aren't super long games. I would say Klonoa 1 is 5 to 6 hours, maybe a little longer if you're trying to get everything. And then Klonoa 2 is a little longer, maybe 8 to 9 hours. Again, slightly longer if you're trying to do everything. But they're not long games by any means. Hey, wait, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? Ah, right. Okay. To wait till this guy comes back over here. Come on, Moo. Hurry up. Hurry up. Okay, you stay put. And there we go. Alright, got them all. But man, I can't wait to get to one of the later worlds. There was a song brought up by one of you in YouTube chat, which I mentioned earlier, called Untamed Heart, and it's such a beautiful song, and the way it complements what's happening in the story at the time is just, oh, it's haunting. Like I said, these games have a very haunting, emotional undercurrent. They can get shockingly dark. No, I screwed up. Damn it. No. Oh, it's okay. Just missed some gems. Yeah, it reminds me so much of Magicant. Wow. Everything's just so cute. Well, not everything. Gadia sure isn't cute. Like, look at this design of this house with the shell acting as a water wheel. That's so cool. It's just so creative. Bagel bug meow? Alright, we gotta save this fish's mommy. Sonic says, small fish. Yeah. Yeah, that's such a good point. Ariel Albertim. New name, by the way. I don't recognize that name in chat. Welcome, Ariel. Yeah, everything seems so natural, right? Everything seems like it belongs organically in the world. Like, it's just a very well-realized, well-concepted out world, and I love that about it. All right. Seedoff, the king of the castle. Yeah, good way to put it, Daniel. The world is very cohesive, not just the platforming areas, but the backgrounds and set pieces. It kind of reminds me of Donkey Kong Country in that way, or at least Retro's Donkey Kong games, or Donkey Kong Country games, like how everything is built into the world and feels very like it belongs. And not just like a bunch of floating platforms. God damn it, Bobby69 says, Ash! Well, hello. Hello, goddammit, Bobby. Alright, evil Seedoff and evil Pamela. I do like that this, you know, wild, gorgeous fantasy creature's name is just Pamela. Totally regular name. Let's see. There we go. Just gotta grab him. Nice. Alright, we gotta use him to damage her. There we go. Oh, I think someone asked me earlier what my favorite track in Klonoa 2 is, my favorite song is. And that's hard. But it's either going to be the first arc theme. There are 2 arc levels, and it's either the first one or the cursed. Well, I don't want to. No, I'm not gonna say the name of the track. But there is, you know, again, just to avoid any spoilers for people playing these games for the first time. But there is a boss fight late in the game, and the name of the track starts with, or the name of the boss actually starts with cursed, and the other part of the name is the name of the character. And that is probably my favorite song in Klonoa 2. It's really good. Ah, crap. There we go. Oh, no, come back. Come back. Ah, I missed him. What a jerk. There we go. Got him. Anime Gamer 75, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Bobby, my day's been going fine. A little bit busy. Like prepping for this stream and also helping out with GVG Cast earlier. So I'm gonna have a lot of day job work to do later. Might be a late night for me, but that's okay. It's all in service of doing fun stuff with all of you. Real Jacob, I have not watched speedruns of Klonoa. I probably should. Nerbion, yes, Secret of Mana vibes for sure. I get Secret of Mana vibes from this soundtrack in general, but yes, the song I was talking about, absolutely. But yeah, Klonoa 1, Untamed Heart, Klonoa 2, the boss theme I was talking about earlier. Those are my two favorite tracks, or my favorite track from each game. Although I have to give a special shout out to the track for the very first level in Klonoa 2. That's also another favorite of mine. In fact, you're going to be hearing it pretty soon. Klonoa 2 has just such a beautiful vibe to it, which I'm about to switch that actually now, after this cutscene. Oh, Hoodio, thank you. Hoodio says, Ash, I'm very grateful you're streaming these games. You're like the #1 person I wanted to watch play them, so thank you. Well, thank you for the kind words, Hoodio, and thank you for being here. And for helping us mod chat. We really appreciate you, man. And I'm really glad you're enjoying the stream. I do wish I had my second monitor set up. I'd be probably playing a little bit better if I was. It'd be a little bit easier, less lag, but I'm still having a great time. Just gotta get around to it. Oh, Firecrash64 says, no, in Klonoa 1 first, please. I'm sorry, there's no way I'm streaming for 6 hours. Not only do I not have the time, I want people to go play these games for themselves. I don't want to, like, spoil the whole thing on stream for everybody right now. Hey, we got a super chat from The Crawl for $10. Thank you very much. Hey, Ash, thanks again to you and the crew shouting out Necromancer's Tower. It's already raised nearly $200 for the Reproductive Health Equity Fund in just 24 hours. I appreciate you spreading the word. Well, it was absolutely my pleasure, and thank you for doing something so cool for such a good, important cause. That's really cool of you, man. And it was our pleasure to shout it out and get the word out. So, congrats on raising the $200. But yeah, so I am sorry, Firecrash64, but I will not be playing the entirety of Klonoa 1 today. Not only do I not have the time, but I don't want to, I want you guys to go play it for yourselves. So, okay, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to switch over to Klonoa 2 and play that for a little bit. So let's head out to the title. And don't worry, Klonoa 2 doesn't spoil anything from Klonoa 1. I mean, it is a sequel, of course, but it's not as though you have to play Klonoa 1 to understand what's happening in 2, and 2 does not spoil story elements of 1, so don't worry about that. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm definitely still in Klonoa 1. Ariel Albertum asks, would I like it if the next Klonoa game was 3D or both 2.5D and 3D? I think I'd prefer both. It's been so long since we've gotten a new Klonoa game that I wouldn't want a Klonoa 3 to stray too far from what the series is known for. So I think I'd rather it be both. I'd be fine with a 3D Klonoa game. I just would like it to be both, I think, and not just 3D. All right. Time for Klonoa 2, one of my favorite PS2 games of all time. I mean, well, just like Klonoa 1 is one of my favorite PS1 games of all time. And Klonoa 2 introduces a few new, very important characters, friends of Klonoa's. Vedron says, I don't want to spoil myself because I'm going to stream it myself on Tuesday for the first time, but I ended up buying it twice, physical and digital. Glad to see you streaming, Ash. Hell yeah. thank you for supporting Klonoa, not just once, but twice. And I'm still in awe of the Steam sales, apparently outpacing Elden Ring this morning. I mean, I know Elden Ring is several months old, but it's still Elden Ring, and this is still Klonoa, which has been such an underappreciated, undersold series up to now, and it seems like it's just killing it right now. And I hope Bandai Namco are listening, because this is probably the last best chance we have at showing Bandai Namco that Klonoa is awesome and we want more of him. We want more Klonoa games. I do hope this leads to a Klonoa 3. I'm not getting my hopes up. I know better than that. But I hope. Right? A man can hope. Alright. So, Klonoa 2 time. And we'll go back to normal. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I do prefer Klonoa's design in this game, I think. I like he's a little taller, a little lankier, and his white eyes, I think, just complement the rest of his design than his yellow eyes do in the first game. Nerbion says, I'm so amazed, baffled, but positively surprised about Klonoa trending. Yeah, I didn't even dare to dream that, you know, there would be so much hype surrounding Klonoa's launch, because Bandai Namco haven't really been trumpeting the launch very much. They've barely marketed this game, or marketed this collection, and I'm like, what? Why are you not marketing this? Like, I can totally see them not marketing it and then be like, well, it didn't sell very well, so I guess nobody wants Klonoa. Well, not only do they not market it well, it's still selling. So, hopefully Klonoa is finally having his moment 20 years later. I hope so. Yeah, exactly, Vedron. The fans did the marketing. Hey, Boltmouse X, I'm getting the Switch version first for my birthday. Yes, my birthday is this Monday. Well, happy almost birthday, Boltmouse. So as I was saying earlier, I love the feel and the music for the very first stage. Just the overall vibe. It's haunting. It's beautiful, but a little sad. You'll see what I mean. But check out this music, you guys. I'll try to talk a little less, at least during the first part of the stage, so you can hear the music and just get a sense for the incredible sense of atmosphere. A sense for the sense of atmosphere. You know what I mean. A sense for the incredible atmosphere of this game. It's amazing. JW, that is me. Hello, JW. Oh, Vincent Jerez, or Vincent Jerez, I'm not sure which. But welcome, or happy almost birthday to you as well, and welcome to the chat. Cosmo Coyote says, not only is Fall Guys popular again, but Klonoa is selling well. I'm so happy. Hell yeah. I don't think Fall Guys was ever anywhere close to the dead game some people like to say it was, but it's definitely seen an uptick in popularity since it went free to play. God, Klonoa 2's ending wrecked me. Well, Klonoa's 1 ending wrecked me. Just, like I said, be prepared for the waterworks to be turned on. These games get really emotionally resonant. Oh yeah, Boltmouse says, get those tissues. Vincent, you're right. I'm surprised I haven't mentioned that yet already, but yeah, I was actually related to a Klonoa 3. I did work for Shifty Look. I was a producer for Bandai Namco's Shifty Look project. One of the best jobs of my life, one of the best parts of my career. I miss it so much. And yeah, I got to work on the Klonoa Dream Traveler of Noctis Sol webcomic. I was the copy editor for that. And I got to do some pre-production and script editing for a Klonoa animated movie that unfortunately never got off the ground. It was so good, you guys. I can't obviously share anything about what the script would have been or what the story would have done, but I can tell you that the script that I read and wrote was such a good story, and it was so authentically Klonoa, and it would have felt like a real Klonoa 3, and it's one of my greatest regrets that the movie was not able to get made. And I can't really talk about why it didn't get made. That's all, you know, probably stuff I can't talk about legally, but man, it was amazing, you all. It was amazing. Yeah, Game Fan, I think Klonoa is older in 2. He's taller and lankier. Real Jacob, I can't say for sure I'm still under contract, but you know what? I'm not going to take the risk. I don't want anyone from Bandai Namco breathing down my neck or anything, so... It's obviously, you know, it's well known that there is a movie in development and that it was being worked on, but I probably shouldn't get into the whys and hows of why it never worked out. Manya? WAHOO? WAHOO? His voice also sounds deeper in this game, so I think he is a little older in Klonoa 2. Good lord, you guys, I need a haircut. I actually had a haircut scheduled for last weekend, but they had to cancel it, and so my hair continues to grow, and it's way too long now. Cast Coder, you may be right. Me revealing more details might do that, but it may also get me in trouble. Especially legal trouble, and I'm not trying to do that, so... Okay, I'm gonna shut up so you guys can hear this amazing music for a bit. I'm getting goosebumps. The rain, the lightning, the music, the wind. Oh, it's so good. These voices. They're so good. Vedron asks how the visuals compare to the PS2 version for me. To be fair, I haven't played the PS2 version in a long time, so I'd need to see them side by side, but I mean, I'm getting the same haunting vibes from this opening stage that I did back in the PS2, for sure. It's just such an unusually kind of dark, moody way to begin a platformer. You know, so many platformers begin with, like, the sunny grass stage, or something like that, like a bright, colorful, happy stage, whereas this game kind of starts off on a darker, more somber note, and I love that about it. GameFan asks if it would be cool if Klonoa and Sonic crossed over. Hell yeah, it would be. Are you kidding me? Although, I mean, I feel like the vibe of Sonic is way different from that of Klonoa, so I don't know how to, you know, I don't know how much it would work. It could work. For sure, but I feel like Klonoa is much closer in vibe to, like, Kirby than something like Sonic. Or like Mega Man or something. Like, obviously, you know, y'all know how much I love Mega Man, but I don't know how well a Klonoa and Mega Man crossover would work. Funky Thor 64, I love that name. How is this remake so far? It's great. I'm really happy with both remakes so far. I have no complaints really so far. Now, like I said, to be fair, it has been quite a while since I've replayed the originals on PS1 and PS2, so if I were to go back and play them right now, sure, maybe I'd notice some things that perhaps I don't like, but from what I can tell, just based on memory, these are great remakes. Like, and I'm a big Klonoa fan. I played the original games many times, played and replayed them. And even though I haven't played them recently, I've played them enough that I know that I would, I would know if these were crappy remakes, right? Like, I would know if something was wrong here. Alright, come back. Vedron, I would say Klonoa 1 is 5 to 6 hours long. A little bit longer if you do everything. And Klonoa 2 is like maybe 8 to 9 hours. 7 to 8, a little bit longer. I'd say 7 to 9 hours. A little bit longer if you want to do everything. They're not particularly long games, but they also don't overstay their welcome, like, which is, I think, is also key. So one thing I noticed I don't love about the this version of the opening stage in this remake is the lightning flashes. For some reason are very muted, but I say for some reason. It's probably to protect folks who are epileptic. So, and if that's the reason why, that's a very noble reason, so. But I do recall the lightning in the original version actually flashing white, and that does add to the atmosphere, but, that's a small price to pay to protect, those with epilepsy. Oh man, this game's so cool. I just can't believe I'm playing a remake of Klonoa 2 and Klonoa 1 in the year 2022. I just never thought this would actually happen. I'm so happy he's back. I know the music fire crash. I know, in Aereo 64, this song is great. Yeah. Going to Lunatea, I think it's called. Ah. Daniel W. says, looks bland and easy. Well, you know what? Not everything is for everyone, and that's okay. The point of these games isn't to be difficult. They're meant to transport you into just a different world with these really haunting stories and interesting characters. It's meant to be just, pleasing. These aren't meant to be difficult games. That's not really the point of them. Although, you can unlock extra stages if you get everything in game, in both games, that are actually quite difficult. So it's like Kirby. It's exactly like Kirby in that sense. Kirby games aren't meant to be hard, but there is post-game content and in-game content that does get hard if that's what you're looking for. But that's not the point of them. The point of them is to just enjoy yourself and get transported into these beautiful, magical, colorful worlds and, get whisked away by these stories. That's the whole point. But yeah, if it's not for you, that's fine. Not everything's for everybody. Sonic says we're all about getting hard here. But yeah, I mean, certainly, I would say if you're looking for a difficult game that's going to really challenge you and, white-knuckle platforming, Klonoa is probably not it. And that's fine. Yeah, game fan, it is like Kirby. Both have both are dark and depressing, yeah. Despite outward appearances, both Kirby and Klonoa have their dark and depressing overtones that really surprise you. Oh. Sorry, I was reading chat. I love Lolo. I love these voices so much. Zega Exeron says he wants something difficult. Wait for Silk Song. That'll beat your ass real good, I'm sure. Exactly. I love that they invented like a whole ass language for these games. That's so cool. All right. Oh, the world map looks great. Nice. Did a good job with it. I'm curious about the pixel filter for this one. I assume it looks the same. I'm just gonna turn it on for like a minute and see how it looks. Oh man, that's wild. Okay, so this definitely is a little less appropriate for this game because the pixel filter makes Klonoa 2 look more akin to a PS1 game, and that's not how Klonoa 2 ever looked. This is wild looking with this filter. See, I find this more interesting than the pixel filter for Klonoa 1 because it makes the game look a way that it never did before. Whereas Klonoa 1, even though the pixel filter isn't exactly accurate in terms of what the PS1 visuals were, it's still a little bit closer. This is wild. Yeah, you're right, Aereo64. This does look like a little bit like Mega Man Legend with this filter. Yeah. Mario's Odyssey asks if Crash is considered one of the harder platformers. I would say so. I didn't play it, but I heard Crash 4 was giving people a lot of trouble, or at least 100%ing Crash 4. Bolt Mouse X says, Miss Tron! Oh, I have a text from my wife. What is she saying? Oh, okay. This filter needs to let you kick cans. Completely agree. These character designs are so cool, man. Servbot voices are so fun. Miss Tron, we were bad. Good point, Fire Crash. Would have been better with a cel-shaded filter for Klonoa 2. Give it more of a PS2 vibe. Completely agree. Daniel W., the frame rate on Switch, at least in the demo, was 60, but with a lot of performance hiccups. But I've been hearing that they have since been fixed in the full game with like a patch. So, as I understand it, the Switch version still runs at 60. Vincent, yes, PS1 era voice acting does have a strange charm. I agree. Even the overtly bad stuff, like the stuff in Mega Man X4 and Mega Man 8, yeah, it's bad voice acting, but there's still a charm to it. Nerbian, me too. I'd love to see a Digital Foundry analysis for this collection. I think they'll do it. I talk to John, somewhat frequently, John Linneman, and he's a pretty big Klonoa fan from what I recall, so assuming he has time and not too much on his plate, I'd be surprised if he didn't do a video on this game. Twilord says my voice there would make a great Amy Rose, but I don't know if I agree with that. So this is the stage that was in the demo, Lalakusha. Oh, I love this song too. Klonoa 2's whole soundtrack is amazing. Okay, the pixel filter definitely looks better in Klonoa 2. Like, it's more playable, I feel. Like, I could easily see myself replaying the game with this filter on just to see everything. Klonoa 1 I'm not quite as sold on with the filter, but this looks better. I'm still going to change it back for this stream, but I just wanted to see what it looked like. This has its own appeal, though, in my opinion. Alright, let's turn it off. Arios, that's such a good point, what you said. I won't spoil anything, but this game's got some intriguing psychology about the role that emotions play. Definitely worth looking into once you completed the main story. Yeah, completely agree. This game goes... Well, both games go in some really surprising places that you would not expect, just based on face value. I'm just glad to see so much excitement and just, like, overall hype about Klonoa here in the chat. And, of course, you know, it's trending on Twitter, seems to be selling very well on Steam. But I'm just so glad you all here are excited about it, too. I never thought I'd have a chance to preach the gospel of Klonoa in 2022, but here we are, and I'm so happy that I can. I wouldn't mind seeing a collection of the GBA games as well, even though they're not really directly connected to the main story of like the two main games. They're kind of like their weird own. I kind of consider them non-canon. If they are canon, I don't know how they could possibly fit into the main timeline because they just don't really seem like they fit. But they're still really cool side games in their own right. Ah. Just look at this. Look at the world. The giant mushrooms and the colors and everything is just so inspired. I definitely get Xenoblade Nopon Village vibes. I get Xenoblade Nopon Village vibes. Nopon, excuse me, not Nopon, Nopon. From this. But of course, this game came first. Bolt Mouse X, yeah, Azure Striker Gunvolt 3 does come out this July 28th. I wish I was more excited for it. I like the Gunvolt games a lot, but... And I was talking to my buddy Shadowrock X, who's a very prolific Mega Man YouTuber. If you're a Mega Man fan and you don't follow Shadowrock ZX, you should, because he does great work. I was talking to him and David Oxford of the Mega Man Network about something I don't love that Gunvolt 3 is doing that Gunvolt 2 started, and that is that it's falling into that, like, sidelining the main character trap that Mega Man X did for a while with Zero. And it's like, you know, in Gunvolt 1, the focus is Gunvolt. You play as Gunvolt. In Gunvolt 2, he's only half the game. You play as his rival Copen for the rest of the game. But then in Gunvolt 3, he's been sidelined to, like, a character you only play as in, like, a limited time bonus mode type thing. He's not even a playable character normally. And I'm like, I play these games for Gunvolt. Like, for the main character, not the side characters. It's a thing with me. I realize that probably isn't how most people feel. And that's cool. But I just don't really love what Gunvolt 3 is doing with sidelining, you know, the character himself. Because I enjoy playing as him. He's cool. Good night, Nerbion. Take care. Is it Nerbion? Nerbion? I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. I apologize. But good night, and thank you for hanging out with the stream. Or hanging out on the stream. Oh yeah, Fire Crash reminds me of Mushroom Hill Zone and Sonic and Knuckles. Absolutely, you're right. Yeah, it also doesn't help that Copen himself is just such a deeply unlikable character. He's like one of the most racist video game characters of all time. And he's just like... He's not even likable as an anti-hero. He's just an asshole. He's not bad in his own series, like his own spin-off series, the Luminous Avenger X series, because that's kind of like a separate thing, and he's characterized a bit differently there, and I can deal with him there, but man, in the main Gunvolt games, that guy can get fucked, man. I can't stand him. Those guys remind me of the enemies, and I think it's Is it Clanker's God, why can't I remember? I can't get this wrong. Hang on. Is it Clanker's Cavern? Yeah, Clanker's Cavern in Banjo-Kazooie, like the mutant things, the slug things that come out of the wall and try to eat you. Totally reminds me of those guys. High ranking official says, hi, Ash. Well, hello. Hi there. Thanks for coming. Ario says, what are you talking about? Everyone loves when the namesake characters replaced with someone else. Kiddy Kong is legendary. Ugh. No. Game fan, the music was not remastered. This is the original soundtracks from the PS1 and PS2 games that you're hearing. But I don't really feel they needed to be remastered. They're pretty much perfect the way they are, I think. They've probably been remastered in the sense that they're probably clearer than they were back in the PS1 and PS2s, maybe. But yeah, I don't, the instrumentation's not different or anything. The songs themselves are the same. Oops. Watch out. Oh, right. Went the wrong way. There we go. Alright, there we go. Yeah, game fan, Derek did stream both these games a couple years ago. I don't think he was ever able to finish Klonoa 2, though, right? Did he, I think his computer messed up or something before he was able to finish 2, if I remember correctly. I can't. Did he stream those on GX or on his personal channel? I can't remember. I think it was his personal channel. Fortunately, I can confirm for those of you who, like me, are arachnophobes. Despite the presence of giant webs in this stage or this area, there's not a giant spider. Don't worry. Oh, that sucks. Okay, yeah, Derek's PS2 started to die in the middle of the penultimate level of 2. That sucks. That is not when you want your PS2 to die. Boltmouse says, I think I can think of Klonoa's comeback similar to Mega Man with Mega Man 11. I don't know that we're quite there yet with Klonoa, only because this still is a remaster, a collection of remasters, right? This isn't a new game, so I think once we get a new game, if we do, then that'll be the Mega Man 11 moment. But I'm not sure we're quite there yet with just the remasters. I feel like we're in the Legacy Collection phase right now for Klonoa. Oh wait, what am I doing? And this is another great example of like how these games play with perspectives so cleverly. Like, you have to hit that pendulum to clear the way by throwing the enemy into the background, and that's just, I love stuff like that. All right, made it. Oh, was he getting pissed? I didn't watch the streams. I only heard about it. But yeah, he was getting pissed and he was dying due to lag. Oh man, that's just such a shame to have that happen in such an amazing part of this game. Take You Heart. Are there 3 of these games or just 2? There are 2 main games that are collected in this collection, this compilation. But there are other games like on the GBA, and they're kind of like side games. They're not related to the main plot. But there are more than 2 games. But the 2 main games are the ones that are collected here. Mr. L says they could make a Klonoa 3 on a similar scale and budget to Crash 4. I agree. I'd love to see it happen, and maybe it will if this series, if this collection continues to sell well. Boldmouse X wants an official English release of Klonoa Heroes. Me too. That's the RPG, right? I never played that, obviously, because it was never localized. I know there's a fan translation. Oh, Lolo. I love Lolo. She's great. He has a wind sword in that game? That's awesome. I love that. I still can't believe they created a whole ass language for this game. Like, you know, they created the Albed language for Final Fantasy X, but that's like Final Fantasy X. That's a massive, like, 40, 50-plus hour game. This is an 8-hour platformer, and they still... Well, and the Klonoa 1's even shorter, and they still invented a whole language for it. It's so cool. Guitar Obscura asks, do you prefer Klonoa 1 or 2? And my answer to that is yes. You can't go wrong. I love them both. If gun to my head, 2. I've always had more of a soft spot for 2 for whatever reason, but a lot of people would say 1, and there's really no wrong answer. They're both amazing, and you can make an argument for either one. It's like last week's GVG cast, when one of our patrons suggested questions. The one I picked was, you know, settle the debate, Sonic 2 versus Sonic 3. You can make such good arguments for both. There's no wrong answer, in my opinion. Mario's Odyssey. How much does Klonoa need to sell to get a new game? Only Bandai Namco know the answer to that. Okay, let's go ahead and hide you. Don't worry, Max's only. I nuked it right away. All right. Let's press on. Klonoa at the beginning of the sequel seems to be kind of melancholic. Why? You'll just have to play to find out. These games in general are melancholy. These games are melancholy. They're also fun and happy and cute, but they're also really melancholy. Bolt Mouse, yes, I do have original copies of Klonoa 1 and 2. They're in a box right now, but I do have them. I love Leorina and Tat's designs, too. All the designs in this game, man, in this series. Ariel Albertson, Kirby has dark twists, Klonoa has depressing twists, yep. Yeah, Game Fan, their voices are not in Japanese. This is a made-up language for this universe. Lyrian is so cool. Alright. Fulguron, the armor beast. Let's go. These bosses kind of remind me of the... And of course, these games came first, but they remind me of the Sonic Rush bosses. Ah. Man, I hope we get another game. Come on, Bandai Namco. The time is now. Look how well it's selling. Do the right thing. Do the thing. Give us the Klonoa 3 we've wanted and deserved for so long now. I mean, look, I get it. If it's not financially viable, then there's no reason to do it. But if this series continues to sell as well as it is, Bandai Namco have no excuse. No excuse. You know, prior to now, the games haven't sold that well, and that's fair. As much as I don't like it, that's fair. It doesn't make sense to spend money to make a sequel to a series that doesn't sell well. But if this collection sells well, then no excuse, Bandai. Oops. Bamco. Oh, I don't know how I didn't get it there. Ah, I should have jumped. Alright, one more hit should do it. And there we go. I can't read your name, but this is not the final boss. This is only the first boss of Klonoa 2.
Oh.
Oh, Zega Exion, you're so right. She does look like a 90s anime space captain. That's true. I love it. Darpy Andy says this gives you Saturday morning cartoon vibes. I would say that, yeah, I would definitely, I see what you mean, but I would say that this is darker and more melancholy than your average Saturday morning cartoon. It reminds me of something closer to, like, the later seasons of Avatar, maybe? The Last Airbender? Or, yeah, I guess something like... It's definitely more melancholy and a little bit darker and emotional than your average Saturday morning cartoon. I mean, Mario's Odyssey, I don't think you can really compare Klonoa to Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is a AAA multi-million selling franchise. Like, Klonoa is not that. I think you know, your comparisons have to be something to be, yeah, you have to compare it to other series that are smaller in scope. Klonoa was never going to be a multi-million-dollar selling series. Plus, Monster Hunter has like 50 games in it. Klonoa has 2 main games and like 3 side games, 4 side games maybe. Oh, Haro, man, if the Smash DLC was still going, what would Klonoa's chances be? I don't think they'd be high. You know, Klonoa has always been kind of a niche cult character, right? Like a cult series that has a cult following, but it's never really hit the mainstream. Maybe it will now. With the Phantasy Reverie series, I would love it if it did, but yeah, I don't as much as Klonoa is beloved by his fans, I don't think he has enough mainstream appeal to, you know, to have much of a chance of being in Smash, unfortunately. 5 side games. Thanks, Boltmouse. Wataniac, you're killing me, man. You keep saying, like, wondering if Guitar Obscura is who you think it might be. Who do you think it might be? I'm curious. Like, who do you think this is? I have no idea. Oh, so I have to go back to Baguji's place, don't I? Yeah. Alright, so we got about 20 more minutes. Well, that's probably enough time for one more stage. Like I said, these games aren't that long, so I didn't want, you know, I don't want to play through too much of them on stream. I mean, if my point was to stream Klonoa 1 and 2 separately, which I might do, then I'll play through the full games on stream in multiple installments. But for a launch day stream, you know, I don't want to spoil too much of either game. Oh, hell yeah, Twilord. I'd be happy to give Bandai Namco an entire Smash Fighters pass to themselves. God, yeah, get... I mean, I got everyone who I really, really wanted more than anything, but, like, certainly I would still love to get Klonoa in Smash, Tails in Smash. That would be awesome. Impa. Amaterasu. Take care, Boltmouse. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your Gunvolt marathon. A Tales of character, Haro? Yes, absolutely. Yuri. I know most people would want Lloyd, probably. But it's all about Yuri for me. Ooh, a Soul Calibur character. Hell yeah. She's not the most popular, but I would vote for Talim. She's always been my Soul Calibur main. To the extent that I have a main. I'm not good at Soul Calibur, but she's always been the character I've been most consistent with, especially in 2. Prince of All Cosmos. Could be a fun character. Alright. Joylet Plaza. Probably the last stage I'll play through today on stream. He did look like an Ear of Corn game fan. Ooh, nice. AJ Sharma playing through Mega Man Zero and ZX Collection. Might have to play Gunvolt after. Hell yeah, you got good taste, my friend. Hope you're enjoying the Zero and ZX games. Mega Man 03 and 04 are 2 of my favorite 2D platformers of all time. And Mega Man games of all time. Come on, Lolo. Come on. Wow! Damn, Popka got styled on. Tat totally just styled on Popka right there and laughed in his face. Wait, Zega Extron says she's new at this and Tat is a bully. Is Popka a female? I didn't know that. I always thought Popka was male. I might be wrong. Oh, Lolo. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Popka. I was like, wait a minute. All right. Let's do Joyland Fun Park. Yeah, okay, I thought Pac was a boy. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't know that. So, I want to know if anybody in the chat agrees with me. I want to preface this by saying I am excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm going to play it. I'm excited for it. But I'm not going to play it at launch. I am actually more excited for Live Alive. I will be playing Live Alive day one as soon as I can. I am so excited for Live Alive, especially after the demo. And I just feel like I can wait on Xenoblade 3. Still going to play it. Still excited about it, but I can wait. Does anybody else agree with me, or am I just crazy? Take care, Max's Only. Thanks for hanging out. Gunvolt 3, I feel, well, I mentioned this earlier. I'm looking forward to Gunvolt 3. I'm going to play it, but I don't like the whole thing they're doing with, like, sidelining the main character. Like, I want to play as Gunvolt, but, like, Gunvolt, from what I understand, is very... He's only playable in very limited quantities in Gunvolt 3. Alright, looks like it's kind of split down the middle. Some of you are like, nah man, Xenoblade 3, day one, can't wait, Live Alive's getting back murdered, and then a few of you are like, no, Live Alive, looking forward to it. Quito? Manilobio? These voices are so cool. Twilord, I'm not at all surprised that you're considering getting Digimon Survive on PS4 just so you can play Survive and Xenoblade at the same time. You're like the biggest, most hardcore Digimon fan I've ever known. That doesn't surprise me at all. That was me speeding up the conversation, by the way. If you hold R1, you can speed up the conversations if you want. Alright, here we go. Oh god. Gotta use the physics for this. They're a little finicky. Okay, there we go. There we go. I definitely read that as swag ship for a second. I don't know why. I was just like, every time you throw an enemy to a swag ship, it's like, wait, what? Why is it called that? Man, they did a really good job with look at the colors in the sky back there, you guys. They did a legitimately great job on the visuals of this remaster. Like, this looks great. I'd need to see a side-by-side comparison to the PS2 version to know exactly, like, how I feel about the differences, but I think this looks great. I feel like they really put a lot of care into these remakes, and I'm so happy. Ah, damn it. Let him do that. There we go. Yeah, okay, so yeah, you're still reading some posts that Klonoa on Switch is a little choppy. Yeah, the demo was. The demo, unfortunately, was a little bit choppy, and I think I missed something. Let me go back. I think I was supposed to go the other way for a collectible, right? Yeah, so I don't think the Switch version's performance is so bad that you shouldn't play it on Switch if that's all you have. But if you have the choice, I would recommend playing it on another platform. It's like the same thing I said about Kingdom Hearts. Like, the cloud versions are not great. I mean, they are easily the worst way to play Kingdom Hearts. You know, just out. They're the worst way to play any Kingdom Hearts game. But it's still Kingdom Hearts. Like, if all you have is a Switch, and it's between that and never playing a Kingdom Hearts game, then I would recommend, you know, checking out the Switch versions. If that's all you can play. Oh, maybe I did go the right way originally. I'm not sure. Like I said, fortunately, as many times as I played Klonoa 2, it's been long enough, or both games, it's been long enough since I played both games that I don't, like, you know, I haven't memorized every route through each level, so it's nice. Okay, I was going the right way earlier, and this was the way to get a collectible. Yeah, Aaron Garland, I would agree with that. I don't think the Kingdom Hearts games are, well, I don't know if you're talking about Kingdom Hearts or Klonoa, but either way, adequate is probably the way I would describe Kingdom Hearts on Switch. They're not unplayable, but they're just by far the worst way to play those games. But yeah, it really does seem as though, Switch version aside, it does really seem as though Bandai Namco put genuine effort and care into these remakes, and I couldn't be happier. Game Fan says, go back. That yellow guy looked like Yoshi. Which guy? Oh, yeah, he kind of does. Yeah, he does look a little bit like Yoshi. He kind of reminds me, weirdly enough, of KO the Kangaroo. His eyes, like, remind me of the original model of KO the Kangaroo. Alright, here we go. Is there anything over here? Oh, let's go here first. Nice. Love those perspective changes, man. Hell yeah, this game's so cool. Oh, God. They're so finicky, these things. Oh, God, I didn't make it. Damn it. Oh, Croc, I could see that, yeah. Oh, it's just this over here, okay. Aereo64 says, apparently Klonoa is beloved in-house at Namco, which you wouldn't know it until today, or until now, because it sure took them long enough to remake and remaster these games. But if that's... I hope that's true. I hope you're right. I don't need to get all the gems in this case, all good. Ryan Langley, welcome. It's I'm playing on PS4 right now. Technically, I'm playing on PS4 Pro, but there are no enhancements for Pro, so I might as well be playing on a regular PS4. But I was playing it on PS5 last night on my TV, and it looks and plays just perfect, like, amazingly well. I've heard good things about the Steam version. The Switch version does have some performance hiccups, though. Doesn't look bad or anything, but it has some frame rate stuttering. Oh, Jaden Buck is here in our live audience chat. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. No worries. Glad you could at least make it for the end of the stream. Always a pleasure to see your name in chat, my friend. God, these character designs are so good. Man, I love this series so much. I know I keep saying that. I sound like a broken record. I'm just so happy. Don't get spooked. Hey, Horizon Brave is here. Cheers and happy Friday, folks. Happy Friday to you as well. Mr. L, I agree. Older games like these should run better on the Switch. To be fair, these aren't... This isn't just the PS2 game being emulated. This is a remade version of the game. So it's not as though this is just a PS2 game and the Switch is having trouble running it. This does look better than the original PS2 version. But I agree. It's not such a huge remake, hugely new remake that the Switch should have any trouble running it. I agree with you. But this definitely is not just the PS2 version. Can I make it? There we go. Ooh, an Epic Mickey port? Really? Epic Mickey was so mid, though. I mean, it wasn't bad, but... Aaron Garland, I have not gotten the DLC pack yet, but I'm going to. I will admit, $20 for a 30-page art book and a digital soundtrack. I don't love it. But you know what? It's my chance to support Klonoa, Klonoa's sales, and I really want another Klonoa game, so I'll cough up the $20 for the extras. And they're the costumes too. The costumes are really neat. I don't find them personally to be like super compelling myself. Certainly not for $20, but you know what? I want to support this series. I want to maximize the chances that there will be a new game, so I'm going to pick it up on PS5. Oh, I have to go up above. Okay, my bad. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, Verthage. I'm sorry, I know I just, butchered your name. I apologize. You don't even get the MP3 or FLAC files. That's a shame. Ugh. It's not a great value. I agree. I just want to support the series. I may not get the chance ever to buy anything Klonoa related again, and I want to maximize the chance that I will. So, but I completely admit that the value is not there if you don't want to just support the series like I do. Oops. Julio3324 says the music in this is really good. Hell yeah, it is, man. I've always loved these soundtracks so much. There we go. Yeah, this is a long level, Ariel. I think Klonoa 2's levels in general. I love the zombie mummy moves. That's so great. But yeah, I would say the levels in general are longer in 2. No, you're right. Ewoot says, I understand the supporting series, but this DLC is unreasonably priced. You're right. And that's why I didn't just get it sight unseen. I didn't just immediately buy it. I had to really think about it. And I'm still thinking about it. I might change my mind, but, if $20 is a potential difference between, this series selling, or this collection selling well enough to get another game in the series and not, that's a $20 I'm willing to spend. I hear you, though. The value's not there. Same, Umbreon Twinkle. I want Klonoa merch so badly. Maybe Fangamer will do something now. Now that this collection's out, maybe Fangamer will get the license for it. Rex the Sheep. Sheepy Tina. Good day, my man. I'm still waiting on my copy to show up. Nice. Love to hear it. And welcome. Thank you for hanging out in the stream with us. Alright, time to fight the ghost balloons. And after this, after I'm done, you know, after I beat this boss and I'm done with this stage, I'll probably go ahead and head out. Like I said, I don't want to show too much of either game on a launch day stream, but there's always a chance that I will do dedicated streams of these games at some point. Especially now that I'm like set up on my PC through OBS and actually able to stream well. Those of you who followed, you know, our work at Game Explain know that for years I've been struggling with streaming through a Mac laptop, which I love Macs, love them. I still got my MacBook over here right next to me. I still use it, but they are shit for streaming, man. Macs suck for streaming, and I'm so happy to finally be on a streaming capable PC. Man, it's such a long level. I forgot how long this level is. Is there anything over here? Guess not. Nah. All right. Ugh. Watch out for these roller coasters. These roller coaster cars, I should say. Is there anything over here? Nah. God, I love Klonoa's voice. I just love that character so much. His design, his voice, his attitude. Klonoa's the best. Alright, gotta catch Tat now. Get over here, Tat. Get over here. Ugh. Oh, God. I didn't actually hit Tat with the wind bullet. I ran into her. You win that round, Tat. It's funny, I actually can't see my health meter because of where my camera is. So I'd never know when I'm low on health. I could just move it, but... Alright, we can skip it this time. Yeah, I actually didn't know that you could take damage from Tat like that. I don't think I've ever done that. I've never actually gotten damaged by Tat here, so I didn't know that was possible. Same. Get over here, Tat. Get over here. You jerk. There we go. I forgot about that line. Watch where you're grabbing, you perv. This game has such a weird vibe to it sometimes, but in a good way, for sure. I totally forgot about that line. I completely forgot about that she calls Klonoa a perv. That's so good. God, these games are so cool. I hope for those of you still on the fence that this stream has convinced you, if not to buy it outright, to at least check out the demo. These games are just so incredibly special and awesome and wonderful. So, if you're not convinced by this stream, definitely do check out the demo. I believe the demo's out on every major platform. I know it's on Switch. Again, Switch version's performance isn't the best. It's not as good as the rest of the platforms, but if the Switch is the only way you can play Klonoa 1 and 2, you know, these remasters, it's still worth it. 100%. Mr. L says, Christ, that is such anime writing, right? Style Boys, going to have to head out. Take care, Ash, and thanks for the stream. I'm actually about to head out as well. Yeah, I thought I said held out. No, head out as well. So thank you, Style Boys, for hanging out. Appreciate it. And thank you to all of you for hanging out. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for being here for my first smooth, successful PC-powered stream. I'm so glad I could celebrate Klonoa's launch day with you all and share my love of this wonderful series, these wonderful games with you. So thank you for hanging out with me, humoring me, spending part of your Friday with me. Y'all are awesome. Just as a reminder, we do have a Patreon over at patreon.com/gvgaming. You can support us over there for as little as $1 a month, which gets you into our private Discord community, we have the best community ever, you guys. And you don't have to keep paying the $1 to stay in the Discord. That just gets you in that just helps us ward off trolls. But we do have a bunch of other tiers you can support us at. Again, patreon.com/gvgaming. But even if you can't, if you just subscribe right here on YouTube, every little bit counts. We are closing in on 100,000 subscribers, and that is all thanks to you. So thank you, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of the entire GVG team's heart. We love you and couldn't do this without you. So thank you a million times over. I'm going to head out, go do some Friday night stuff, get some dinner with my wife, and I think we're going to start watching maybe Stranger Things Season 4 tonight. I keep hearing really good things, but we haven't started it yet, and I don't want to get spoiled, so I think we're going to do that tonight. Take care, everybody. We love you, and we will see you next week for all sorts of cool stuff. And, you know, keep an eye on the channel for more videos going up and all sorts of cool stuff like that. Take care, everyone. Bye, and WAHOO!